Good morning, everyone, and my future self, because I'm going to be looking back at these when I'm an old man in my rocky chair. It's the 21st, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's the 21st of November, 2023. I was asked this morning if I'm going to the Christmas do, and I said, yeah, my partner and I are going, but it's a fancy dress. You have to go, the theme is the letter M, so I said I'd go as a madman, so I'm going as is, you know. But nah, got to come up with a theme, an idea to go with the letter M. So Taylor and I will get ourselves sorted for that party. Christmas is coming up. Most expensive time of the year. It's all commercialised, eh? Christmas. But it'll all be phased out once the Muslims take over everything. Went on a Christmas holiday with my family. Went away on one of those mobile homes, those camper vans. And that was cool. I haven't been away with my kids yet on a camping trip. When I went away with my family, my sister and I were on the beach, skimming stones out in the water, as every kid does. Everyone has that memory. And we heard somebody running behind us, and we turned around, and this naked woman, totally starkers, ran between us, out into the water, dunked herself down, got out of the water, and ran back up the beach. And we looked up the beach, and there was about 50 people lying there or doing all sorts of things. Not that. It was a nudist colony, about 50 people, starkers. And my sister and I went back to our camping site. We told our mum and dad what we saw. They laughed. My brother, straight out the door, straight down to the beach to check it out. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, on that same trip, I sprained my ankle pretty bad. I was walking through this thick bush, just forcing my way through this hedge-like thing, and I took that last step straight off a cliff. Fell about 5 metres onto this railway siding. The sides of a railway track, and the loose stones. Yeah, I fell onto that. Sprained my ankle. I was so embarrassed. I didn't tell my parents what happened. And every time they saw me walking, I walked normally. I just gritted my teeth and just walked normal. It hurt like hell. Did that for a few days, and until I got less sore, and I could do that with a little pain. But yeah, those first few days, they didn't even know. Still don't know. But yeah, whenever they weren't looking, I was limping. Like I broke my leg in 5 places, But yeah, that was our holiday. It was a total surprise on us. My dad just pulled up with this motorhome one day, and we all piled in, got all our clothes ready, and just went. That was a cool trip, man. Yeah, that was an awesome trip. I got a natural tattoo on the back of my hand. It's just a tiny dot where my dad caught an octopus when he was fishing, and I was in this rock pool, and I put my hand in there, swirling it around the octopus, because it felt all slimy and gooey. I was a kid, and it wrapped itself around my hand, and its beak bit me. It broke my skin, and it inked me. That's a square shearing. Yeah, so I've got octopus ink in the back of my hand, just a little black dot. That's the only tattoo I've got. And it was put there by an octopus. Yeah, so that's my kids will be watching this, learning a bit about my childhood growing up and how the world back then wasn't so PC. You know, Coke bottles weren't plastic; they were glass, and we used to get money for them. We used to collect them and take them down to the dairy or a place where that gives you money for Coke bottles, especially the 1.25. They got you about 20 cents a bottle. It was cool back then. That was a game on a Space Invader machine, 20 cents. And my brothers and I and my sister got the idea of selling these Coke bottles to the shopkeeper, which we did. And he used to keep them out the back of a shop in this big cage. But what he didn't realise is that there was a hole in the top of his cage, and I climbed down there and handed the bottles back to my brothers, and we resold them to him. And he twigged. He put them out the back again. And after the second time, he put we were stupid, young and stupid, We did it a third time, and he realised that the bottles he'd just put out there weren't there anymore. And he caught us on the third try getting these bottles out. He collared me. Yeah, put the frighteners on me a bit and let me go. And he didn't ring our parents. Kids will be kids. But yeah, it was a good little scheme we had going there for a moment. So getting into the movies was 60 cents to see a movie. This is back in the 70s. But I used to see movies for free at the Manurewa City Centre, because the camera guy, the film guy, used to allow me to go up into the film room. These big, massive projectors, when they used to use the actual film, not these projectors now. They used to use actual film back then. And he used to let me sit upstairs and look through those windows, and you look up and see those windows on the wall with the beams, pictures and that come through. Yeah, I used to watch the movies through there. He used to let me watch them for free. That was awesome. Because we used to make a day of it, man. We used to go to the pools, because the pools were free. You had an outside pool, indoor pool, no diving boards. That was the only drawback with that swimming complex. Manurewa City Centre. Manurewa pools. They're closed down now. They filled them all in, turned them into residential houses for old people. But we used to go swimming during the day, and in the evening we used to go watch a movie. And that was a great day as a kid, getting out instead of being locked up in your room playing video games, because video games weren't a thing back then. You had to actually go outside and play, find things to do. This generation doesn't get to do that. They're so hooked into their consoles, and it's pretty sad. There's a lot less kids getting hurt because you're not outside climbing trees and falling out of them. Because that's what I did when I was young. Fell out of this tree and broke my arm. And I said to my brother, Martin, I said, I broke my arm. Because it was like this. I'm going like this. Broke my arm. He goes, no, you haven't. And I rolled it over, and there was a bone sticking out of my arm. And he was shocked. Ran home, got my mum. My mum came down, ran to this house, asked this person that we didn't know to drive me to the hospital. And I went in for surgery, and they told my mum that there was the bone, when it came through my skin, was that close to severing a major vein in my arm, and I could have bled out if it had got it, but it just missed it. Yeah, that was a broken this arm twice. I've broken my elbow into 7 pieces, tore up my shoulder. That was just 8 months ago. What else have I done? I've broken a rib in a karate tournament, martial arts tournament. Got that broken in about the 3rd fight. I won the first 2, and then this guy called Tuatai. Yeah, I still remember his name. Yeah, he broke my rib on my right hand side. And I entered another tournament after that when it was still broken. And I was talking to this guy before the tournament, and he wasn't wearing any uniform or anything. I thought he was just there to watch. And I told him about my broken rib. He goes, man, I hope it's going to be okay. I'm going to try and protect it, you know. And I won the first 2 fights. And on the final, it was him. He was there he wasn't there in any club capacity. He was an independent fighter. Just wanders around entering tournaments. And yeah, he knew about my injury because I told him beforehand. I think he was competing. And I won the first round, dominated the first round with him. And I was winning the second round, and I just knocked him into the judges' tables. There were judges and desks all over the place. And I just totally, through an advancing side kick, and just nailed him in the middle of his chest and threw him. And he just went flying backwards into the table with all these judges. It was funny. And maybe 30 seconds before the end of the second round, I lifted my right elbow and exposed that rib. And he nailed it. He threw a quick, short, sharp left hook to that rib, hit it smack on, and my chest was a ball of pain, and I just dropped. And that was the end of the fight, and I got second place on that tournament. Yeah, my big mouth before the tournament cost me first place. Sucked. But live and learn. Yeah, that was my biggest regret with my fighting is I never got into the ring with my kickboxing training over the years. I should have. I'm too old to do it now. Too many injuries now. And the amount of training I'd have to do to get fight fit, my body will get destroyed. So that's a path not taken. I should go back and tell myself, get into that ring, get your ass in the ring. But any fights that I've had have just been street fights. And yeah, exciting, just as exciting. But no ref, no rules. You can use a lot more weapons on the street than you can in the ring. And with the Jeet Kune Do that I was training, as well as Taekwondo and MMA, I was a pretty rounded fighter. I could fight in all ranges, stand up far away, close in, or on the ground. So yeah, I'm a bit rusty now. I've been training for a while, for a couple of years. But a couple of years ago I went to an MMA gym and I was going through all of the techniques that I used to practice, and they seemed the same. My body seemed the same, even though it had been about 10 years since I'd done it. And I was moving the same, my power was the same, speed. And I thought, what the hell? I should be, time should affect your body, and I should be less than I was. But I don't drink and I don't smoke, so my body's longevity is a lot better than most people's. I suppose they do drink and smoke. I put it down to that. It's clean living. Don't eat fruit and vegetables because fruit invariably makes my throat swell up for some reason. Tan thinks I'm weird because if I eat an orange, my throat will swell up. But if I squeeze it into a glass and drink the juice, fine. Nothing wrong with that. And she thinks I'm weird because of it. She's probably right. And vegetables, I'm not acting my age. I don't look my age because I don't eat vegetables or fruit. And I found out why the longevity of my body is a lot better than other people's, because they do eat fruit and vegetables. Because I saw this scientific study about why we age. And the reason you age is because these things called free radicals are subatomic particles that zip and blast through your body's cells. They're very tiny, very tiny. And when they blast through your cells from one side to the other and just put tiny holes in your cell, that heals, but it does damage going through the cell. And over time, your cell in your body that replicates itself, because your cells in your body are totally different than what they were a year ago. You've replaced the cells in your body, basically. But the ability for that cell to reproduce itself diminishes because of the damage that free radicals do over time. And that's why we age. Your cell doesn't divide and become another cell as well as it used to because of the damage it's undergone because of free radicals. And the more free radicals in your body, the faster that damage happens and the faster you age. The more wrinkles you get. I'm 58 now. Don't eat fruit and vegetables. And the highest concentration in your diet that free radicals are found in the highest degree, they are found in fruit and vegetables. There's more free radicals in those two things than in any other part of your diet. The more you eat, the more free radicals you take in, the more damage is done, and the faster you age. That's the process. When you look at vegans, full of wrinkles when they're in the 40s. They really start to settle in their face. So that's my theory about why I don't look my age, don't act my age. And I'm on a meat diet at the moment. I slipped a little bit. I had some time off work, and I'm back on it now. I put on about another kilogram from my slippage, but I'm back on my meat diet now, so I will lose that pretty quickly. And my joint pains will clear up again, because ever since I went back on that yummy stuff that a lot of people get to enjoy that I missed, my joint pains came back a little bit. But they'll subside and go away once my meat diet reasserts itself. And my gut gets smaller, and hopefully the abs will come through. Because I am doing a lot of sit-ups now. Can't do press-ups yet because my shoulder is just not strong enough to do that. Even women's press-ups, I can do about 2. I've got to build up my strength in that regard. But I'll get there. So I'll look even less than my age once I lose the weight and get pretty cut, basically. So that's my journey from now. Man, this is a long one today. A lot to talk about. But I think I'll end it there. Because Tan says if it's too long, my videos take a long time to download. So I'm going to end it here. And it looks like it's going to be a wet day, but hopefully a short one. I'm back home. Relax. And that's it from me. I will catch you on the next one. See you.